Tuesday. I've got about 2 days to go. Thursday's my deadline to get everything done by. And I'm up to my favorite bit, which is combining all of the back pieces onto all of the front pieces. So massive sewing lines all along here and all down the back. And then after that I sew the sides together, and it's basically down to hand sewing from there. Hand sewing is good because I don't need the machine to do that, so I can do it wherever. But that's going to be a lot of buttonholes along the outside and things that take a lot of time to do. So best get this done. Alright, edges are clipped. Now we're ready to turn this thing inside out. Always a bit of a moment of truth, so we'll see how this goes. Gotta reach all the way in there to the other side. The whole thing needs to come through. Not the side holes here. Look at that. Something's come too far. Here we go. There's the back. So putting this on, it's going to look a little bit like this. Once we attach the sides, of course. I wouldn't be wearing it with this jumper on though. So it's going to look pretty good. Alright, I'll just tidy this up, get these sides done. And here we are. Time for the long, tedious sewing of buttonholes. I started by marking out all of the buttonholes with pins, one running across the middle and two running, one on each end. And this is usually so that I can get them all nice and even, and also evenly spaced from this edge here. They should all be the same width as well, and these sort of act as guidelines until I get some sewing thread in there to sort of mark them all out. I like to hand stitch the buttonholes myself, and when I do this I find it's very helpful to create a sort of a mock-up, a bit of a practice one with some scrap fabric that's exactly the same thickness as the buttonholes you're going to be making. That way you know how it sort of behaves in things as you put them in. Well, the waistcoat is now done, all except a few buttons which need to be attached. I've got the buttonholes all in there. Not bad for about 4 days work. Looking forward to wearing this at Exeter over the weekend.